Get Jeff and Jeremy on demand on the KZOZ app or online at KZOZ.com on 93.3 KZOZ all day.
I'm sure Jeremy thinks they're blue too. So.
We're here with the guys from the SLO Comedy Festival, SLOComedyFestival.com. It's this week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Best of the Fest at the Pack. Eric Shantz is back with us, Mark Fry, and Chris Rubio. Gentlemen, welcome, and it's good to see you all again.
What up?
And just like old friends, I feel like we always just pick up where we left off. There's chaos. There's people are yelling and screaming. We're trying to figure out how to get this all off the.
You guys have been doing this so long. This is great because the other day I was like, oh, February is coming up. The guys from SLO Comedy Festival are going to come in. And I was like, oh, okay, see if I can remember their names. And you guys have like the most normal names in the world. It's Eric, Chris, and Mark, you know? And I was like, I was going through it and I was able to remember all three of your names. And I was like, wow, these guys have been doing it for a long time.
Yeah, dude.
14 years.
My gosh.
It's insane.
It seems like it was just yesterday.
I know. Yeah, it's crazy how this has grown. And yeah, I mean, every year it goes by quicker, so this feels like we were just here last week.
Yeah.
You know, I guess the older you get, you know, time flies.
I always know when it's going to rain because of the SLO Comedy Festival.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, well, we might be, we might get lucky for most of the weekend.
Yeah, that's
Find some wood, knock on it.
Tornado advisory tomorrow.
Oh, my gosh. It's like, you say that, all of a sudden a downpour.
40-foot swells at Avila Beach. Grab the board.
You know, the thing is, around here, we just don't get the rain, even though we have the last couple of years, and there's always some jackass that drives through a road closed sign, and they got to get the fire department out there, the helicopter to rescue them, and all that kind of stuff. It just happened on Monday.
I'm sorry. That's
That's Chris.
What were you thinking, Chris?
And now his Toyota Corolla is stuck in the Salinas River. And it's like, come on, man. It says road closed. We go through this every year when it rains. I mean, we get, 2-3 rainstorms a year, and it's like every year they pound it. Don't you drive through those road closed signs, and some ass is always got to
I know,
do
but okay, in the defense of the dude that drove through the wall. Okay. I'm not saying it was me.
He was high. Probably spilled his beer as he was going into the water.
Okay, we've all come across a road closed sign before, and you kind of gauge the road closed to see how serious it is.
I got that. That's not that bad.
Like, if they have other barriers up besides the sign, you're like, okay, I'm not.
All right, if you just saw a 12-year-old ride their BMX through it, okay, then you got to pass.
It also depends on the kind of car, too.
Yes, that's true.
Well, I have a Jeep, and there was the road closed sign. I was in Santa Clarita going up into the mountains, going up towards Grapevine. And the road closed sign was there. So I drove past it, and I saw the construction guys. I was like, so how closed is the road? And he's like, it's not there. I'm like, yeah. But I have a Jeep, so can I go? He's like, there is no road. It's completely gone.
It's so typical Jeep owner, like.
But I got a Jeep. There's no road, sir.
There's no road. I have a Jeep. But I got a Jeep.
I don't need an effing road. I don't do anything. Okay? I got a Jeep.
Yeah.
So anyway, welcome back. Welcome back.
On cue following.
He got a Jeep.
He's got a Jeep. He's fine. He'll take the lead.
So what is this? 14 years, right? This is your 14th year? Is that the deal?
It is officially 14. We started in 2010. First show was in 2011. Last year was the 12th year, but I skipped the 13th year because COVID skipped us. So I'm a little superstitious.
Oh, good. Perfect.
So technically, we're dead on.
So the 13th year would have been the COVID year? The cancellation year?
The 11 would have been the COVID year, but then we did year 11, we did
like
year 12.
A hotel.
And then I'm like,
just don't have a 13th floor.
We're just not doing 13.
That's good. I think that's good.
But it still aligns because it's still 14 years that we've been doing this.
Is there superstitions in comedy besides not recognizing the 13th year of a comedy festival? Like, I mean, do you guys have like a routine that you guys go through before you take the stage? I'm just talking. I mean, you three comedians here. Is there like,
I think it goes across all comics. Like, everybody does get butterflies in their stomach, and then it comes to a point where, like, right before, a couple minutes before stage, you're like, just hell with it, and you just go.
Yeah. But do you have like an actual routine? Like some people, because I knew comics that like they have like, okay, I don't really have. I mean, I guess I I don't know.
Everybody has a routine, whether they know it or not. But like, I don't have a superstition. Like, it's not like
you don't wear dirty underwear.
Like, I have to wash my hands 5 times before I go on stage. Like, I don't shave
until I have a great set.
He hasn't shaved in 3 weeks.
It's been 42 years.
He has a huge beard.
Next thing you know, you're sitting in with ZZ Top.
We got the guys from the SLO Comedy Festival in studio. Eric Shantz, Mark Fry, Chris Rubio. It starts this Thursday, runs to Sunday. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk about some of the shows. Hang on.
This is Jeff and Jeremy in the morning.
The happiest place in the world gets way more happier, and the comedians feed off of that energy, and it's just every comedian that leaves here says, I want to do shows like San Luis Obispo crowds. Among the comedian circuit, the crowds in San Luis are number one, definitely in the country.
Welcome back. And they are Eric Shantz, Mark Fry, Chris Rubio again in studio for the 14th year of the SLO Comedy Festival. Do you remember talking to the local news station about and cutting that soundbite, Eric?
Yeah, KSBY. Yeah, that was what, 2017, I think?
I think it was pre-pandemic. You were rocking like a tank top. It looked like you'd been working out a little bit. And
what?
Yeah. Wait, no, that must be someone different.
This body's not.
I don't know. He was showing the guns. He had the hat off. He had the head shaved.
We don't need to go to a gym.
It was clearly a double.
Some pictures.
We have SLO Comedy Festival stunt doubles that we use. That wasn't Shantz.
A lot of death threats. It's like Muammar Gaddafi, where he had a bunch of doubles back in the day. That's why I got doubles. Yeah.
I know this is one of your guys' favorite stops on the tour that you do, and I know you do side stuff and you're doing all kinds of stuff. So, but where are some of the places that you've been that have just been the worst? You've decided, like, I will. You know what? I hope I never have to go back there again.
Was it Beckley, West Virginia? I think it was.
Oh, really?
Beckley, West. Yeah, I could say that in a second. Yeah.
Really?
That was the worst.
What's the population of that? I mean, Californians, the rest of the world doesn't exist to us.
There can't be more than 5,000 people there.
Oh, wow.
But yeah, it was the worst crowd I've ever been in. I thought I got cozy with like one table that liked me, and the rest of the crowd hated me. And I just knew if I kept making them laugh, I was safe.
Uh-huh.
So I really didn't think I was
So it was a very
intimate
intimate experience for those five, right?
Yeah.
People sitting at that
What
table.
did you feel that they hated? I mean, what was it that you were doing wrong? What wasn't that wasn't going right for the rest of the bar?
Oh, they didn't like any of my jokes. I hadn't at that point. I was on the road every day, and I knew what worked. And the opening joke tanked. So then I immediately went to my middle joke that tanked. And then I went to my closing joke immediately to get to win them.
Mayday, going down.
Man, you used your
And then I'm like, if you don't like that, you're not going to like this. And I went into the worst, raunchiest stuff I've ever had in the book or ever, and did a solid hour.
That's the
basically.
worst.
So funny.
It was like a
All
Bill
your
Burr
lifelines.
moment.
That was like, it was the Hail Mary at that point. You're like, okay, I gotta get this crowd.
Like, I know if I didn't
somehow.
get them then, I'm never getting them.
Yeah.
Well, no
Ever seen
offense
the
to
Bill
West
Burr
Virginians, but I hear they're not the brightest people, so catching up on witty humor probably wouldn't have been the right angle.
That was the southern part of the state. The stuff up in the Panhandle between Ohio and Pennsylvania, there was a great
Next
crowd.
to the population bases.
Yeah. That's so funny.
What Bill Burr special were you talking about?
Bill Burr when he was in Philly. Did you ever see that one?
Oh, and he goes off the rails.
Yeah, for like
I have
15
seen that.
solid minutes.
So great, just completely.
It almost felt like that.
we have listeners that have
10 more minutes.
There's a cigar lounge up in Paso that I guess he goes to Paso a lot and drinks wine because that's what you do in Paso.
Yeah.
And he hangs out in a cigar lounge there all the time.
Right on.
Interesting enough. So try to get him.
Jeez.
He looks like our roommate
What
that
is
tried to
the-
do comedy. You can't remember. Same thing, bald ginger. Bald gingers are. I feel like. Well, look at Mark. I mean, more people are going.
Hi. Mark's not bald though. So
Oh, he's got a hat on. I don't know. I thought he was bald. From here, I just see forehead. Okay.
That's funny though. Like everybody has that show. Every comic has that show where you're just like, Like I think mine was Idaho Falls. Idaho Falls was like like an hour before. Did you ever do Idaho Falls? Like
it's been years.
So I heard stories.
You guys go everywhere.
I heard stories of it beforehand, and it was like I did it, and it was basically like they give everybody. It's like 300 people. It's like a club, and they give everybody $1. You call it drinks before the show, an hour before the show. So it's packed.
Oh, wow.
They're all hammered, but nobody's there for the show. So I'm on stage headlining, doing 45, and I'm like, just like one guy's yelling out. The people that are up front are like that are actually like listening to the show. This guy's yelling out. I'm putting him in his place. This guy's like, I have hecklers heckling hecklers at one point, like just mayhem. And I get off stage. I felt like I just got done working out. I was just like, what just happened? And then like my opener comes up to me and he's like, hey, remember that guy, the first guy that you put in his place? I'm like, yeah. He's like, oh yeah, he wants to fight you now. I'm like, super. Yeah. All right, cool. But yeah, it's
you dumb son of a bitch, get your ass.
It's always fun. Never a dull moment.
So how many shows are there?
21 shows this year.
Okay, 20.
And we added new venues. We have Blast 825 Brewery down in AG. Now we're in South County.
Okay,
and it's getting serious now.
Yes.
And the Bunker SLO, which is a cool little art gallery over there on Orchid, and then all the rest of the guys that we've had for years is back on again.
With the Milestone, Libertine, Luna Red, Firestone.
By the way, the food at Blast 825 last night.
Oh yeah,
amazing,
really good.
Yeah, they got good stuff.
Yeah, and then the final show at the Pack, which is it's going to be packed.
Which of the shows is the most Idaho Falls type show? where they just plow you with booze before you go.
Doesn't exist.
Probably.
I'm telling you,
North County, Jeff. Come on, Paso Robles. Come on, here we go.
We're Firestone. Yeah, but like the crowds here it's heaven. Like that soundbite you played at the beginning, it's true. Like I've never worked in an area of the country where the crowds have been this amazing. It's fantastic.
Well, there's a thirst for it here because it doesn't happen here very often. That's why what you guys do is so looked forward to when you guys bring the comedy festival to town, because it's like okay, now we get our fill of it, because there's just not a lot going on outside of the big name guys that come to Vina Robles in the summertime or something. But
it's becoming a little more like there's people that are like copying what we're doing and taking it and presenting it like it's their own. But they're so sneaky. Like it's the SLO Comedy Festival comedians on our show. It's like, you know what? Go away. We were here before the comedy scene. We started doing this first. And who was it? Chrysler used to have a saying: they can catch on, but they can't catch up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Well, we're excited, as always, to have you guys back. We're just so happy you come to San Luis Obispo. It's not often you get to go to a really quality, good, funny comedy show, and you guys are going to produce, at least 2 or 3. So we're excited about that. SLOComedyFestival.com.
So you say there's a 10% chance?
Every show's going to be great.
Like 1 in a million.
There's adult shows, there's family shows. Go to SLOComedyFestival.com and you can check out the show you want to go to. You can purchase tickets there as well. 14th year. Congratulations, gentlemen. Nice job. Welcome back.
Thank you,
guys.
Yeah. You did it, brother. You did it. Way to go.
Subscribe to the Jeff and Jeremy podcast now on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google, and YouTube. It's your Central Coast commute-friendly podcast.